This is WXII TV channel 12, Winston Salem, Greensboro, High Point, North Carolina, and then it's time now for Newscenter 12, the noon report, Wednesday, March 7, 1979. Here now, Peter Wiggins. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. Here's what's happening on Newscenter 12 noon report. A jet fuel shortage found widespread cancellation of airline flights Tuesday, while several American oil companies said they will boycott Iranian oil because the price is too high. Two of the nation's largest airlines, United and Delta, said hundreds of flights will be scrubbed in March because they can't get enough jet fuel. In another development, Exxon said it will limit the amount of gasoline it sells deals during March. United said it will cut back its flights scheduled by 3.4% this month. Spokesman Ed Williams said that the means an average of 38 flights will be canceled each weekday, with 138 flights scrubbed on Saturdays and 141 on Sundays. The idea is to save fuel. Shell Oil has told us we can get our normal supply of fuel temporarily, so we're cutting back at the end of the month. Delta said it's canceling 9 daily departures from Chicago's O'Hare International Airport, while American Airlines, with no immediate plans to ground airplanes, said we're keeping a worrying situation. Meanwhile, several oil companies, Gulf Continental Oil and Atlantic Richfield, said they will not participate in Iran's auction of crude oil later this month.
Bloodied last night after an accident at the Garden.
Iran, which is resuming exports after 3 months of strike of the exports, has said it would not sell its oil to a consortium of companions that will be its customers. Instead, it said it will sell oil to the highest bidder, which price is starting at $38 a barrel. The OPEC has a base price for oil at $19.35 a barrel. Executives of several of American companies said their firms will not bid for Iranian oil, but they did not want their companies identified. The largest oil company, Exxon Corporation, has joined the boycott, said Chairman C.C. Garvin Jr., but he added, "It's my belief we shouldn't buy oil at these prices." One man was killed and another seriously injured Tuesday when a tank truck, which earlier had hauled farmland, exploded while the men were making repairs on it. Wilbur E. Durham, 49, of 1412 South Chapman Street, was killed, and Richard Michael Spear, 24, of Galesburg Road on Route 2, Box 116 in Summerfield, were severely injured at his explosion at the Frehoff Trailer Corporation on Albert Fick Road near the intersection of Interstate 40.
And we are investigating the incident. Of course, there are still a lot of questions today, including exactly that protected
Interstate 40 and
Route. What is the Garden doing to make sure that doesn't happen again? We're live outside the Garden. Antoinette Antonio, WCBB
68. Shows the map right there.
A new upskirting bill is law. Governor signing it just a short time ago. The ban on taking
Spear was admitted in the Moses Cone Hospital with head injuries. Hospital spokesman said he was in serious but stable condition on Tuesday night. Guilford called Fire Chief Bob Wilson said the event cause, which is exact of the explosion, had not been determined, but we have reason to believe that formaldehyde vapors built up. Formaldehyde has a wide flammable range, he said. Either a trouble light, a power tool, or welding was the source of ignition. We don't really know what occurred, Wilson said. Wilson said the explosion occurred about 1:49 p.m. According to the fire chief, the tanker involved had been used to haul formaldehyde and had been brought to Frehoff for repairs. It was sent out to another emergency to be stemmed out and gas-free. It was tested with the gas meters and we are safe according to meters. Wilson said that the workmen entered and we're working on the explosion occurred.
Indeed, my pick, because we're going to do better than we are out there.
Raleigh, a proposed constitutional amendment that would give state legislatures 4-year terms, got tentative approval to the Senate Tuesday by a narrow margin. The measure passed the 33-25 vote, but the constitutional amendment requires the approval of 3/5 of the total membership of both the House and the Senate. 30 votes that were needed from the 50-member Senate to keep the legislation alive for final action today. The bill is sponsored by Senator Robert Davis, Democrat of Rowan Lips, 40 sponsors, but 7 senators would send the bill to affect the other side when the vote came. Among them was Senator Walter Cochran, Republican Guilford, who told his colleagues he changed his mind after some reflection in the Constitution with my constituents. Should the Davis bill survive the final Senate vote today and subsequently be approved by the House, the question of the 4-year terms would be submitted to the voters in the next statewide election. Guilford's other 2 senators, Democrats Rachel Bray and Kevin Sable, were sponsors that voted in favor of the bill. The other co-sponsors, in addition to the Cochran, were switched sides Tuesday with Senators Dels Alford, Democrat of Walkabout, Incumbent, Beverly Lake, Democrat of Raleigh, Marcia Watch, Democrat of Keston, James Speed, Democrat of Lewisburg, Robert Swain, Democrat of Anscombe, and Brendan Wright, Democrat of Watersville. The vote total was favored and influenced by a group of senators submitted a correspondence to soon to not vote Tuesday. Of the four categories, Senators Conrad Deckett, Democrat of Rockingham, Craig Loring, Democrat of Mecklenburg, and Russell Walker, Democrat of Red Dolph, were not present in the Senate chamber. The fourth, Senator Melvin R. Denick, Democrat of Elizabeth City, was recorded as not voting. Daniels, Duncan, and Walker were listed as the co-sponsors of the bill. Some observers expressed the view. Winston-Salem voters approved mixed drink sales in Winston-Salem by a margin of almost 2-1 Tuesday in a referendum that drew only 31% of the city's 69,339 registered voters. The Board of Elections put the final tally at 14,845 to 7,496. The board had predicted a 30% turnout. Winston-Salem residents also approved the 6-1 margin for a $14 million bond package lot for improvement of the city county water system in Kernersville. Voters approved by 3-1 margin and $800,000 bond package for sewer system improvements.
WCDB Newscenter 5.
Raleigh, the U.S. Department of Health, Education, Welfare will ask the University of North Carolina Tuesday or Thursday to transfer its black schools some programs planned for white schools and to correct deficiencies at the black campuses, HEW source told the News Observer of Raleigh on Tuesday. In its Wednesday edition, the newspaper quoted a highly placed source in the federal department as saying that in a return for UNC's corporation, HEW will defer its issue of program duplication at black and white campuses. That issue has been the major sticking point in negotiations between the two groups. If they agreed to do the announcement for the black colleges and agreed not to put these programs at the white schools, that would settle it. The sources said officials of the two groups were scheduled to meet today, but the meeting was postponed until Thursday. HEW is under a federal court order to approve UNC's desegregation plan or begin proceedings to cut off federal funds to UNC by March 14th. The source said that the School of Veterinary Medicine being developed at NC State University would not be affected by the proposed settlement. As however, HEW's Secretary Joseph A. Califano Jr. had approved the proposed settlement, the source told the newspaper it's responsible to assume that nobody in HEW does anything to approve. UNC President William C. Friday said HEW had not told him of its proposed settlement and then said he wants to read that.
Investigators say he got into a fight with workers at the Arbor Inn over a room bill. He then allegedly struck him.
Washington, the Carter administration Tuesday sought to assemble a package of arms commitments, economic aid, guaranteed oil deliveries, and security arrangements for Israel that it believes will be necessary to get the Israelis to accept a peace treaty with Egypt. As President Carter prepared to leave today for the Middle East, administrative officials admitted that this treaty request is likely to enmesh the nation more deeply than ever in the problems in the Middle East. If we get this treaty, there's going to be a big bill, said one official. There's no question about that. Officials insisted, however, that all the proposals are tentative and some may never be offered. Contrary to the published reports from Israeli sources, officials have said President Carter and Prime Minister Mention begin to discuss the specific additional U.S. commitments to Israel during Ken talks here. Nevertheless, beginning a series of public statements and briefings with Congress, the list of requests, there were widespread reports that Carter had granted some of them. U.S. officials denied reports that Carter offered Beijing a mutual defense agreement and accepted or offered establish two air bases on two airfields in Sinai, which Israel would evacuate under the terms of the treaty. But Israel accepted a list of checks. U.S. proposed comparison has thrown open a wide range of possibilities with a week ago that would have been dismissed as contrary to U.S. policy. Chief among the following U.S. security guarantees for Israel included a mutual defense agreement began told the House Committee Monday that Carter during weekend talks asked whether we wanted a defense agreement with the United States. I said yes gladly. Administration officials said no such offer will be made. U.S. economic guarantees. Israeli press reports revived separation Tuesday that Israel would receive $3.5 billion to pay for the military evacuation of Sinai and construction of two new air bases in the Negev. No such agreement has been reached, U.S. officials said. U.S. guarantees of oil supplies. Press reports in Tel Aviv said Tuesday that Israel would take the guaranteed supply of 2.5 million tons a year of oil from producing wells in Sinai, which would return to Egyptian control. U.S. officials noted that this issue hasn't been under negotiation since October. They denied that Carter has agreed to commit the United States to guarantee that supply, but it was conceded that issue is under consideration. A U.S. air base in Sinai begins publish. They proposed this in a television review Sunday. Administration officials categorically denied the subject was documented in the talks with Carter. Officials conceded privately that the idea has been reached with Egyptian President Anwar Sadat, whose approval would be necessary and who equivalently turned it down.
Owners, college students, and young professionals.
Washington in deciding on an exercise in personal diplomacy with his trip to the Middle East this week. President Carter has taken perhaps the biggest political gamble of his presidency. Carter has returned him symbolically to the scene of his greatest triumph in the Fifth and Camp David Accords of last September, against the backdrop of a new wave of criticism of now centers on his conduct of foreign policy. If the trip succeeds in achieving a breakthrough toward the long-sought Egyptian-Israeli peace treaty, it could give the president the kind of boost to the public esteem and confidence that followed the Sunday night television special in the climax of the Cape David summit. He needs such a boost now, and at least as much he did then. But a failure could not be glossed over. From the beginning of the Middle East peace process, it has been assumed in the White House and elsewhere that the Carter would be get at least credit for trying to solve what has been an unsolvable problem. That is probably still true, but probably in the Middle East himself, that the president placing his personal prestige on the line at the precisely on the moment that his foreign policy succeeds, that fails, that it is opposed to this, it touches that come wherever the heaviest fire. Whether it's fair or not, people in this country judge the president or results one presidentially acknowledged and consider the risk a president's taking. White House aides reluctant to discuss political consequences and insisted that the political considerations played no role in the president's decision to leave Wednesday for Cameron, Jerusalem, nonetheless conceding for the stakes that are high for Carter. It's a gamble, one official said Monday shortly after the trip was announced, and raised the expectation for contention at this time. The very fact that it is good highlights if the trip does not result in the success, expectation will fall even further than they might have otherwise. Politically, the official added the safest thing would have been for Carter to come out of the meeting with Israeli Prime Minister mentioned beginning and put a little distance between himself and the problem, a little distance between now. Nairobi, Kenya, President Idi Amin on the southern Uganda pursued by rebel tribesmen and Vincent and Kampala to the capital from several directions. A critical moment appeared to be out ahead Tuesday. Amin tried to rally his Tiba's forces that ordered civilians to evacuate rebel areas, including that he would try to break the enemy's advance with air and artillery bombardments. 500 Libyan soldiers got in the international airport at Estebe near Kampala, and a Boeing 707 was on 24-hour standby, to which Amin in exile if the counter-offensive fails, according to reliable reports from the Amin exile community here. More government banks were moved into position of making a town 2.5 miles southwest of Kampala, where Amin forces apparently planned to make a stand in which they could be the decisive battle. If a big army was trying to save Uganda from aggressors that have reason to fight, that we have a hell of a time, said that. The exile involved in a Tanzanian Uganda exile invasion. All of our contacts to the army front indicate that most units are not prepared. On one fight, once we take Bibiji, we cannot come out, and then we get him as our target is the prize. Okay, on to the stock market report here and the farm market report here. Okay.
All at rock bottom prices. Foxborough Furniture offers 6 to 12 months.
Take a look at the stock market report.
Now available. Find us online at foxboroughfurniture.net. Foxborough Furniture, I-95, exit 7A, left at the second light, and you are there.
Time is running out.
Okay. New York Stock Index closed at 54.80, down $2. Index was 68.10, down 14 cents. Redsport 41.88, down 13 cents. 385, down 4 cents. And Finance 56.27, up 22 cents.
Free parking every weekend through March 9th for Body World's customers.
Stocks in the spotlight here.
Head to bodyworldsboston.com/free parking for full promotional details and requirements.
Caption funding provided.
Imperial CP American 1.085.3 million shares, 23.34, up 4.5. Caesars Wild 389,303.30, 8 up 2.5 to 2.18. America has Corporation 366.700 shares, 20.25, down 3/4. American Home 71,400 shares, 26 7/8, down 1/8. Valley Manufacturing 266,500, 63.8, down 1 1/4. Philip Morris closed at 260.3 shares,
Now leaning heavily.
65.3 orders, and down 138.
The Crimean Parliament
UNT Corporation 239,400 shares, 1038 and down 18.
silenced the dragon.
Web Delhi closed at 236.600 million shares, 1938 and down 1. Polaroid 223,641.8, so the close down a quarter. Hotel Industries 280,000 is the close 35.78 and up 4.78. Boeing 197,400 to close 6.538 and down 1.75. Ramada International 195,700 shares, 10.75 and down 1.
Thursday, the two leaders
Down a quarter.
right past each other.
Great Western Financial 190,800 shares,
Returned to the
26.38 up 1.78. Sears Roebuck 170,200 shares, 19.75 down 1.8, and Texaco Incorporation 164,000 up 24.78.
He's defiant
Up a quarter.
forward with a massive military.
Dow Jones Industrial Average 30 Industrials closed 826.58 down 78 hundredths.
Obama is very weak.
20
Families like the
Transportation Industrials closed 2997 down 1.07. 15 Utilities
we have
closed 103.48 up a dime, and 65 stocks closed 2805 down 47 cents.
Crimea will hold
Industry total 1.614.3 million shares. Transportation 43,2,300. Utilities 262,800 and
if Russia goes into
65 stocks 2,000,000.
News, New York.
309,400. Bonds, 20 bonds, A460 up 13 cents. 10 public utilities, A662 up 35 cents. 10 industrials, A258 down 9 cents. And commodity future index 38285 up 51 cents. What stocks did events 604 today? Decline 737, unchanged.
Didn't say anything.
529, total issues 8 to 70, new highs 15, new lows 16, previous day, events 1,113, decline 361, unchanged 388, total issues 1862, and new highs and lows at 21.
Colonel Jay Morse is accused of
Okay, now the following in the summary of the market prices and conditions of North Carolina farm products that is reported by the Federal State Market News Service and the North Carolina Department of Agriculture for Livestock. Rally, cattle, weekly auction sales, North Wilkesboro 368 cattle, and a hogs, slaughter cars, utility and commercial 50 and a quarter at 55 and a half. Canner and cutter 43 and a half at $51.75. Vealers 150, 250, good and choice 95 to $111. Calves 250, 325 pounds, good A6 93, 325, 550, good 78 85. Heifers
after the fire.
850 up, few good 57 and a half to 60 and a half. Bulls 1,000 and up. Utility commercial 62 to 68 and 3/4. Feeder steers 300 and 400. Few choice 109 to 121. 400 and 500 good and choice 93 and a half 97. 600 and 800 good 70 to 81. Feeder heifers 200 to 300 started to good 70 to 93. 300 and 400 good 80 to 86. 400 to 500 good 74 to 79 and a half. 500 and up.
Being run over by a train. Los Angeles train.
Good and choice 16 and a half to 77 and a half. Feeder bulls 200 and 300 good 110 to 128. 300 600 choice few 110 to 118. Good 90 to 107. 400 550 few choice 101 to 107. Good 80 to 98. Cows, feeder and placements 48 and a half to $6.50. Baby calves 52 to 110 per head, and Hillsborough 258 head cattle and 144 hogs. Slaughter cows, utility and commercial few 49 3/4, 56 and 3/4. Canner and cutter 45 to 52 and 3/4. Heifer 550 700 few good 68 to 70. Bulls 1,000 up few utility and commercial 63 to 64 and a cap. Feeders 400 and 500 few good A1 to 87 and a half. 688 and good, 67 to 69. Feeder heifers 500 and up, good 65 to 75. Feeder bulls 400 and 550 good, A187 cows. Feeder replacement few 53 to 55 and a half. Baby cows 60 to 105. Swine 180 to 240. $1.20 souls 300 600 to 39.50 to 44. Broilers, Raleigh, North Carolina Broilers market steady.
World renowned, in fact.
I know, according to
Supply moderate, demand very good. North Carolina duck weighted, the average price is $46.33 per pound this week for small purchase of plant grade broilers. Picked up at processing plants. Estimated slaughter Tuesday totaled 1.42 million head and average live weight 4.04 pounds per bird on March 2nd. Farmers Market Raleigh, Farmers Market State, Farmers Market Wholesale prices apples bushels $5 to $7. Trade cartons $8.50 to $13. Snap beans bushels $15. Cabbage 50 pound bags $12.50 to $13. Collards bushels $5 to $6. Corn crates $7 to $8. Cooked yams bushels $11 to $13. Oranges in cartons $6 to $7. Grapefruits cartons $4 and $4.75. Greens bushels $6. Lettuce cartons $12.50 to $15. Peppers bushels $8 to $11. Irish potatoes 50-pound bags $3.50 to $4.50. Raleigh, North Carolina eggs market high, or supplies moderate. North Carolina weighted average price for small sales of consumer grade A eggs in cartons delivered to retail stores $73.62 per dozen for large white, medium $76.69 and small $49.61.
High pressure. So really the bulk of it is heading on out to sea.
Feeder pigs, Raleigh graded feeder pig sales, Statesville 685 heads sold 40 50-pound. Number 1 and 2 is 116. Number 3s 1 and 5 and a half 56 pound. Number 1 and 2s 1 and 2.00. Number 3 is 98 and a quarter. Smithfield 869 heads sold 40 50-pound. No one. Number 1 and 2 is 18 to 1 and $18. Number 3 is 1 and 15 and a half 50 60-pound. Number 1 and 2 is 1 and $7. Number 3 is $96.50. Wall Street Chadbourne 1,913 heads sold 40 to 50-pound. Number 1 and 2 is 1 and $17. Number 3 is 1 and $14.68 50 60-pound. Number 1 and 2 is 1 and $14.36 and number 3 is $97.25. For grain, Raleigh grain number 2, yellow shell corn slightly higher, $2.50 to $2.63, mostly $2.55 to $2.06, and the eastern $2.52 to $2.65, mostly $2.55 to $2.65 in Piedmont. Number 1, yellow soybeans higher at $7.39 and $7.64, mostly $7.54 to $7.62 in east, and $7.25 and $7.40 in the Piedmont. Wheat $3.50 and $4.07, oats $1.13. Prices paid as of 4 p.m. Tuesday by location for corn and soybeans. Wilson $2.56, $2.56 at $7.54. Elizabeth City $2.56, $7.64. Goldsboro $2.58, $2.63 at $7.55. Selma $2.58 at $7.63. Normanton $2.50 at $7.39 at $7.45. Stowhill and Saratoga $2.57. Pentago $2.52 at $7.59. Greenville $2.55 to $2.58. $7.59. Farmville $2.57. Raleigh $7.63. Fayetteville $7.63. Williamston $2.53 at $7.56. Clinton $2.60. Mount Ellis $7.40. Durham $2.60. Statesville $2.52 at $7.25. Calvary $2.55 to $2.60 at $7.35. Monroe $2.60 to $2.65. Boxville $2.60.
There may be an easy fix.
Hogs rallying. The overall trend in the North Carolina hog market Tuesday was mostly 50 cents lower. Wilson $2, Rocky Mount $52. Clinton, Fayetteville, Dud, Big Hill, Chatbird, and Aiden at Pad Level, Lawrenceburg, and Benson $52. Salisbury $51.50 at Spivey's Quarter $49, $50 at Heads. At Kinston $51.50. Hens. Raleigh, the North Carolina hen market was higher supplies, moderate demand, moderate prices paid per pound for hens over 7 pounds at farm. Monday and Tuesday slaughter 26 cents. A few previous commandments at 25.5 cents.
They found having a hen
and feeder pigs
deter people from drinking again, even on that very same day.
Raleigh, great feeder pig sales, Statesville 685. Head sold $40.50 a pound, number 1 and 2. We always did that, so let's go on to the weather here right now. Our current conditions at 12 noon, we got a temperature of 50 degrees in Greensboro, 51 in Winston-Salem, 56 in Hickory, and then in Charlotte, 55 in Durham-Raleigh, 53 in Sanford, 54 in Fayetteville, 51 in Goldsboro, 47 in Elizabeth City, 53 in Kinston, 46 in Cape Iris, 52 in Jacksonville, 51 in Wilmington, 60 in Myrtle Beach, 61 in Charleston, 59 in Columbia, 59 in Florence, 53 in Edison, 56 in Greenville, 58 out in Spartanburg, 15 in Augusta, 61 in Hilton Head, South Carolina, 61 in Macon, 58 in Atlanta, 58 in Athens, 43 in Knoxville, 49 in Nashville, and 49 in Jackson City.
Make you exercise. I'm going to teach you how to exercise so you are empowered to succeed on your own.
I'm going to give you the tools that you need to change your life.
Okay, the flooded Mississippi and Ohio rivers threaten farmlands and towns in the center of the nation Tuesday. Thunderstorms smashed the coast from New England down to Florida. Air. The Mississippi, fed by mountain snow and heavy rains, began to roll over the West Tennessee Flatlands as the river is expected to crest well above the flood stage by some points over the weekend. There. National Weather Service said the Ohio River, which joins the Mississippi at Cairo, Illinois, right there, will crest the Ohio. Will crest the Cairo on Friday, and then Lower Mississippi will begin cresting Saturday at New Madrid, Missouri. Here, the Pacific Northwest had rain, but California, the Southwest Texas and Plains were mostly sunny. Temperatures range from 23 degrees yesterday at
Welcome to Lady
Gunnison, Colorado, to 82 degrees at El
Hospital School and Clinical Excellence in Primary Care.
Toro, California. Here.
And all
Today's forecast calls for steady partly weather over most of the day with a break to the Pacific Northwest
healthcare for whom matters most.
and touch to the east coast of New England and Florida. Temperatures in the southern half of the nation will be in the 60s and 70s, with the desert southwest peaking in the 80s. Elsewhere, highs will be normal for the time of the year, except for upper Mississippi Valley, where they may be below freezing. Alright, let's take a look at our forecast for the Triad today. Most of the skies today we expect across the Triad today with afternoon highs approaching 60 degrees. Increasing guidance is forecast tonight with more lows in the middle and upper 30s. There'll be a chance of showers on Thursday. Highs Thursday will be in the low 60s.
Benefit for every culture.
There'll be a 10% chance of precipitation today and a 20% chance tonight. Winds will be lighter northwesterly today. Forecast in the other areas.
Cultures, and I know what is
Outer Banks and northern coast partial clear today and partial cloudy tonight. And Thursday with a chance of showers. Thursday with highs today. Thursday will be in 60s. Low tonight will be in the low 40s. Chance of rainfall 20% today, 10% tonight. Winds will be northwesterly. We'll get 10 to 20 miles per hour today. Southern coast part cloudy Thursday with a chance of showers on Thursday. Highs both days will be in the low 60s and low tonight will be in the upper 20s.
I'll let you wake up and smell the bacon.
Chance of rain is 10% today and tonight. Winds will be westerly today at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Mountains mostly sunny today with highs in the 50s and increase of cloudiness tonight. The chance of showers on Thursday, lows tonight will be in the low 30s. Highs Thursday will be in the 50s. Chance of precipitation is 10% today, 20% tonight. South Carolina coast, mostly sunny today. Thursday will rise in the low 60s, low tonight will be in around 40 degrees. There'll be a near 0% chance of precipitation today and tonight. Winds will be variable, mostly westerly at 5 to 10 miles per hour today. Extended forecast. Friday for Sunday. Partly cool Friday with early morning lows in the 20s and the mountains into the 30s elsewhere. Highs Friday will be in the 50s and the mountains and 60s elsewhere. Illinois County Saturday and Sunday lows. Starting Sunday will be in the 40s in the mountains in the 50s elsewhere. Weekend highs will be ranging from the middle 60s to the low 70s. And south of Virginia, Beach Little River Inlet Marine forecast at 20 miles. Winds will be northwesterly today 10 to 20 knots. Waves will be 2 to 4 feet. Partial clearness forecast today with visibility around 5 miles. In south of Little River Inlet to Savannah to 20 miles offshore. Winds will be variable today at around 10 knots. Seas will be 3 to 5 feet. And skies will be fair with visibility of 5 miles. Sunset 6:20 p.m.
Person who worked there accused of getting beaten by a co-worker in a break room. It's an unbelievable story.
Lake levels. Curse got full pull 1,075.0. Winds.
Tunnels shut down for months.
Day level 1,042.4. High rock 655.0 at the full pull.
At 5 o'clock in the
Wednesday level the same. Baden full pull and Wednesday level both at 541.1. Norman full pull 100.0. Wednesday level 99.7 and Kerr 320.0 full pull and Wednesday level 313.8.
grand a year.
And that is going to be it for the Newscenter 12 noon report for this March 7, 1979 on a Wednesday. I am Peter Wiz. Have a good day. I will see you later. Bye bye, buddy.
Which is amazing.